I tell somebody this is too much for me. Oh, I know I got some strong folks up in here that declare that I can handle anything. I can handle whatever comes at me. Throw it at me and I'm going to handle it. I ain't worried about it because I got God on my side and God's got this. But I need 2 or 3 folks like me that's going to be real about it. Yes, I got God on my side and this is too much for me. These kids is too much for me. Church folks are too much for me. Calling prayer and they're not showing up is too much for me. God giving me a word and I deliver it to the people and they don't receive it. It's too much for me. And sometimes you get a little weary when you find out that the weight that's been placed on you is overwhelming. But I came by tonight to just tell somebody that I declare to you that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me and the Lord has anointed. Anybody been anointed? Has anointed me. Touch somebody, tell them I've been anointed for this. See, what that means is when you've been anointed for something, it may be too much for you, but you're gonna know how to go to a source that can bear your load. You'll know how to go to a source that says, bring all your weight to me and lay it down at my feet, and I'll bear it in the heat of the day. See, you got to know you got a source. Yeah. Source. Numbers chapter number 11. Verse number 1. I'm going to read just a couple verses and I'm going to go. I need somebody to get this. I need you to get this. Y'all see, y'all ain't got to sit there while I'm reading. I'm going to be reading and jumping in and out. You got to watch this. See, when God called you to do something, see, everybody's hollering, I want God to use me. Oh, I want God to use me. Oh, I want God to use me. Baby, you better slow down. It's good to be a member in the church that just sit down and operate in the body. You pay your tithes, give a little offering, get your praise on, get your shout on, get your dance on, get somebody a high five. And then after that, you go home, pray, cover your family, your husband, your wife, your kids, and then you come on back and fellowship later on. But now you want to be a part of public ministry. Don't think I'm lost. I'm going to work this one tonight. But now you declare, I want to work my ministry. I want God to use me. Well, baby, you better get ready for folks not liking you. You better get ready for God delivering you a word at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you deliver it to the people and they don't receive it. Yeah, I want to carry on, excuse my language tonight, and then you get mad as I don't know what. You got to hear me when I tell you this. You get mad when God gives you something and then you give it to somebody and they reject it. But I want to let you know, rejection come along with the territory. When you get ready for public ministry, you got to be ready for whatever comes with it. That's why when you ever go to the emergency room, it doesn't make a difference what happens in the emergency room. They're ready for it. One day a man comes in with a pole stuck through his head. They're ready to get the pole out. Another man comes, his face been mashed in his neck, and they know how to pull it back out. How many know that this is how God works? God knows that stuff gonna happen, but you gotta be ready for what's coming your way. Touch somebody and ask them, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Tell them again, are you ready for this? Are you ready? I got the quiet crowd, but we're about to get a little loud up in here. Ask them again, are you ready for this? You've been asking God to do something different in your life. You've been asking God to move like never before. So I ask you the question tonight, are you ready to do something that ain't never been done before? Are you ready to activate a spirit of worship, a spirit of praise, that when you walk in the room, the atmosphere changes? When you open up your mouth, folks' hands go up and you can touch their hands and they can feel the power of God. Ask somebody, are you ready for this?
This is too much. Preach, man, preach. This is too much.
Numbers chapter number 11. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm high.
Come on.
It ain't off no blunt. Ain't off no Hennessy. Can't nobody do you like Jesus. He know how to get you up He knows how to push you forward when everybody's beating across your back and trying to knock you down and want you to fall. And God said you did some stuff where you should fail, but just because they wanted you to fall, I'm going to hold you up. I ain't going to let nothing happen to you. Just because they wanted it to happen, just because they thought it was going to happen. I'm greater, I'm greater. Somebody shout greater. Greater is in me. Greater is in me. I feel like preaching now. Greater is in me. And when you know you got greater in you, you ain't got to worry about everything on the outside of you, because greater says I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Somebody shout something great. It's about to happen. Tell them again, something great is about to happen. Point at somebody and tell them something great is about to happen in your life. Tell them I ain't talking about me. I'm saying your life. Prophesy to somebody. Tell them greater is coming. Let them know that their body is healed, that their mind is about to be renewed. God's getting ready. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for the Lord has anointed me. See, it's something about when you have been anointed by God. Hold on, Malcolm. I thank God for Malcolm. He ain't been here in a while. He don't know the new protocol. It's a new protocol in the house. But I ain't going to bring him this far and not let him do nothing, but you got to wait on him. So here, Numbers chapter number 11. Verse number 1. The reason that I'm reading this is because I want to show you something. Some of you don't understand right now the reason why you're not getting what God has for you. And because there are some things that God just don't like. And you know what? As a pastor, I'll be doing you wrong if I didn't point out some of the things that God don't like. See, too many of us want to point out stuff we don't like. And you know what? God don't care about what I don't like, because of what I don't like don't line up with what he don't like. He ain't really trying to hear me. So that's why he wants me to get in his word. I need you to know my spirit. I want to impart my spirit in you. And when I impart, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. So Numbers 11:1. Listen.
Now when the people complained, it displeased the Lord.
Stop right there. Come on. Sit down. Come on. I'll work this. Watch this. When the people complained, it displeased God. Are you listening to me? Yes. Is there any complainers in the house? Yes. Oh, I know folks don't want to put their hand up. Put your hand up and shame the devil. I am complaining about stuff. Pastors complain. Bishops complain. Apostles complain. Missionaries, everybody be complaining. And how many know it displeases God? Let me put this for a minute here. And when the people complained, it displeased the Lord. And the Lord heard it, and his anger was kindled. So I hear them complaining. I done brought them out.
Yes, sir.
I done brought them across the Red Sea. I done came against everything that came against them. But yet and still, they're complaining. You must understand that as we continue to read this chapter, we will find out that the burden, somebody shout the burden, of leadership was becoming too heavy for Moses.
Come on.
Folks don't know how much weight they put on their leader.
Come on. Come on,
When
teach
they
it.
complain.
Teach it, teach it.
Well, we didn't do it like this when we went to the old ship of Zion.
Wow.
You know, we did it like this. Well, I used to go to Tabernacle Praise. I was in that church for 20 years, and they did it like this. And so the pastor's trying to do it the way that God had gave it to him to do. But because of the pressure and the heaviness of the people, so the pastor begins to shift. The pastor begins to shift, and he begins to go in a different direction. And the reason that he goes in that direction is because the people had the burden that they have placed on him is becoming too heavy. Anybody ever got in a position where something was just a little too heavy for you? You just felt like, I can't do this no more. I'm tired. I can't do this no more. So the Bible leads us to know in that chapter, when you get a chance to read it, I don't have time to do it tonight. The burdens had become too heavy for Moses. And Moses, as the people were crying out to him, he began to cry to the Lord.